Hi guys, welcome to As Told as Action Figures for my amazing Spider-Man story. I'll explain the ending part later, but for now, let me explain how I end up like this. Well, you see, it all started when I was playing hide and seek, maybe with my mom. My dad was probably busy somewhere. Then later after that, let's see, I realized there was someone trying to break into my house. My dad was nervous. He didn't tell me what was all about. But then later after that, he decided to move me to my aunt and uncle's place for my own safety. I don't know what was that for, but I had to accept this. Later, I waited for my parents to return, but they never had. But then I realized they died in a plane crash. Couldn't that be true? Later after that, my girlfriend was Gwen Stacy. She's the daughter of the police captain. Then later after that, let's see, let me think for a moment. I need some time to think. Then later after that, I realized my dad works for Oscorp. So I went to investigate to see if there was a connection. But when I got there, all I found was Gwen and Dr. Kurt Connors. Then later after that, that's when I got bitten by those spiders. And then later, I blacked out for a moment during the subway, and then I woke up. I was amazing, but clumsy from the start. Later after that, I spent some time with Kurt Connors, which delayed my attention from my aunt and uncle, even though my uncle tries to be honest with me, while my aunt was a little too hard rock for me. Later after that, I left to get some fresh air, and then I discovered he's been shot. And it was all my fault. Later after that, I tried to chase out the thug for weeks while getting a new outfit. And that's just it. While I was patrolling, or at least while I was dating with Gwen, that's when I discovered a ginormous creature, the lizard. He looked like some kind of dinosaur. Actually, my real name was Kurt Connors. I was the same one who worked for Oscorp. And the reason why I turned into this creature in the first place was because I was trying to grow my arm. This is my original, but this, however, is the prototype to it. It is not like my real arm because this one has 4 fingers like a regular creature. At first it was successful until the side effects were I turned into a reptilian because I always use lizards for my experiments, especially on the mouse, Freddy. But then I realized that Freddy had a side effect as well. Soon I went on a rampage to get revenge on the one who denied my abilities and my timing. And the reason why I was creating this cure is for Norman Osborn. He was dying and he needed an antidote. Later I went on a riot. Then later I tried to stop you. But yeah, we end up in distractions. I was forced to save this kid, and I was forced to retreat because it was already wearing off and I can't let anyone see me. I managed to return back to the sewers, so I moved my experiments and my research to the sewers as my lair, where I continue my life's work until I discover how the antidote works. Later after that, I realized that Kurt Connors is the lizard when I saw Freddy, who's turned into the same genetic species. Soon I followed him down to the sewers, and then we fought for a little bit. But then he confronted me again in high school. Then later he escaped and went up in the tower to put up some antenna because he was planning to expose the entire city into lizards. Later, we fought for a little, and Captain George Stacy changed his heart after he didn't trust me. He sacrificed himself to defeat the lizard. After that, I finally put the antidote that Gwen made for me, and then after that, the city was saved. And then Kurt Connors was back to normal, but was taken to custody. But not before I should warn you that Mr. Fierce is approaching. Wait, who's Fierce? After that, Stacy told me that I have to leave Gwen out of this because sooner or later I'm going to make enemies. And I did. Just 2 years ago, after I chased down Alexi and saved Max, who's my biggest fan, I always feel sorry for him, and so did Gwen. We both cared deeply for Max. After that, that's when I saw this blue guy. I didn't know it was actually him. That's me, I'm Max Dillon. You see, the truth is, I'm a nobody. Nobody likes me, nobody trusts me or care everything about me. The reason why I became this electric guy after I heard rumors about the lizard was that it's my birthday. I was gonna leave to celebrate, like go somewhere fun, and later Alistair Smythe told me to stay behind. And it felt like a cover-up. After that, I tried to generate, and then that's when I became this. Not before I realized that Donald Macon is behind this. After that, I was freaking out. I was like some kind of Sparky Smurf like Zeus. I don't know what's gone into me. I was scared and I thought the only person who should trust me is Spider-Man. Well, I tried to talk you through it, but later I realized that everyone likes you and they hate me. So, it's time for me to light my candle because it's my birthday. But later I managed to extinguish him with water, only temporarily. Then later he was taken to Ravencroft where they tortured him. Well, I'm still trying to find out about my dad's connection between me and Oscorp. After Harry showed me a lot of clips. After that, he wanted my blood because he thinks I can save him. But I can't do it because it's too dangerous. Then later after that, that's when Harry broke Max out of prison. That's right. You see, I became this Green Goblin after I broke him out. You're gonna help me get back in Oscorp. Why should I do that for you? 'Cause I need you. I know what it's like to be tormented. After that, I got revenge on Donald Macon, who betrayed me because he tried to take over the board himself. And then later after that, that's when I got this armor. And then I told him to take over New York any way he wants. Am I right? Right is right. After that, I went to the grid and made a blackout date. Yeah, then later, I fought Electro, and then he almost vaporized me, but not without Gwen. After that, he disappeared into smoke. No. But he wasn't alone. Harry came by with the glider, and that's when he took Gwen away from me. When he said one thing, you didn't give people hope, you take it away, but now I'm gonna take away yours. Harry, this isn't you. Harry's dead. You were my friend, now you betrayed me. Later, he took Gwen and threw her, and I tried to save her, but I was too late. Then later, after a fight, Harry was knocked out, but I couldn't finish him off. After that, I retired being Spider-Man after losing my girlfriend. Yeah, right. Then later, I met Mr. Fierce. He bailed Alexi out of prison and he became the Rhino. Then later, while I was giving up, that's when I noticed that Alexi was back. But this time he was the Rhino, so I decided to follow Gwen's blessing by facing him. So I did. After that, I was Spider-Man again, and then I faced the Rhino. And, well, that's it. And that's when something else happened to me during my fight. Well, that's it for today.